Hi, friend. How are you doing today? It's Granny Doll here, and I just want to talk a little bit today about my bullet journal, my journaling practice, and an idea that was coming across my desk from the bullet journal guy. So if you don't follow the bullet journal guy, here's a shout out to him. Anyway, how are you? It's been a quiet day here. I was up early. And for those of you who know me, I'm not a morning person. Oh, and by the way, I'm Granny Doll. And this is my YouTube channel, Doll Can Create, because I know you can too. So here's my journal. And I'm going to show it to you this way. It's kind of overflowing. This is an actual bullet journal. Absolutely love it. I like the cream colored pages. I like that the pages are paginated, so I don't have to worry about putting down the page number every time. And I do keep a bit of an index in it. So I started this in May, and it will last me till the end of next week, maybe. But people ask me from time to time, and I get this from my friend Grace a lot too. How do you manage to do what you do in a week? So my week is it's really typical, and I'm looking right now at what that week is going to look like come September when all my ministry duties kind of kick back into place. And that's a good thing. And the bullet journal guy was talking about having a weekly template. So these are weekly things that you would do every week, obviously. So I set mine up, and I'm going to quickly show it to you, though the words are going to be backwards, and that's fine. But, there. So I thought, well, I got up earlier than normal, and I was feeling a little creative, so I decided to use some washi tape and some stickers and set out. So my weekly template this is what I'll come back to. When I'm doing my brain dump, say on Sunday night or Monday morning, I'll come back here and say, okay, what's here that goes into a brain dump that I don't need to put on my brain dump because it's already here. So it's going to save me a bit of time, which is really good. So I do regular things each week if the week is running smoothly, which is not always the case. So, for instance, Sunday is worship day. I lead worship in 2 different congregations, communities of faith. In the first of those 2, we record on Facebook Live. And if the system is working right, I come home, have lunch, and I start the upload, and I post it to YouTube and to my blog. So that's my Sunday. And then there's lots of rest time after that because I need rest, right? On Monday is my Sabbath. And I follow in ministry the seat method. So savor, exegesis, acquire, and tie it all up. So on Monday, I'm going to savor the scripture for the following week. That's the amount of actual work I'm going to do. But looking at the scripture kind of grounds me for the week, but it grounds me in the word, which is what I need to do. On Tuesdays are my days off. I will do the exegesis I need. So I will look at historically where that scripture came from and take some notes and just kind of wrap my head around it. It's also a day that I will prep Bible study because Bible study is early Wednesday morning. It's trash day here. So I'll help get the trash out Tuesday evening. And if I have the energy, I do a house blessing. And if you follow Fly Lady, you know what that is. And if you want me to go into more detail about that in another video, let me know in the comments below, and I'll share. Wednesdays come September, there'll be Bible study. And then in my seat method, it says acquire, so I will be looking at commentaries of that scripture that I'll be preaching on. And I'm hoping to make library day Wednesday. So Wednesday will be my library day. Nick goes to a library for his writers group. 3 Wednesdays out of the month, different times, and 2 different libraries. So I'm hoping to make that my library day. And I may even work. I may take my tablet or my computer or something and do some work. Thursday is a tied up day. So this is the day when I'm going to take all the notes I've done and all of the thinking and put my sermon together. So that's Thursday. I will be at the second church on Thursdays for coffee hour and for Bible study on the weeks when we don't have meetings, because there's always meetings. Oh, and by the way, I have meetings on Monday nights and sometimes on Tuesday nights and sometimes Wednesday afternoon. So those get plugged in, but they're not on a weekly template because they're not every single week. So Thursday, tied up Binbrook, they have choir practice then and meetings, of course. And I can't remember whether the First Church is doing their choir Wednesday or Monday, but I'll check in with them and see what works. Friday is pastoral care, calls, letters, visits if necessary. It's also a date time for Nick and I. So, and that's pretty well standard. We try to do something on Friday. On Saturday, as I pull all my paperwork and gather everything together I need for Sunday, that's what I do on Saturdays. And I do my baking. So I'm currently making bread to take to church on Sundays. So Saturday's the baking day for that. But every single day, I will do my dailies, which are the dishes, the laundry, the floors, the bed, the bathroom. You know, all those things that we do on a regular basis. So when you pull all this together, it looks like, wow, it doesn't really look so bad, does it? And yet, there are days I feel overwhelmed because I haven't started the day with my morning routines, start my day routines. Maybe I didn't have the coffee that I wanted. Maybe I didn't sit with the Word as much as I could have to make the day even better. So for today, for instance, I had written down here to finish up the tomatoes. The tomatoes have all been either par-cooked or cooked and peeled. So they're waiting for me to do something with them. Did a full budget review this morning. That took me almost an hour and a half. I redid my whole wine app. You need a budget app. And so I'm back on track with that. I'm looking at what I can do with the app Notion to see if I can streamline some of my things. Or, is my bullet journal sufficient? Do I need another app? Probably not. I wrote down my scripture that I was looking at today. And just a couple other thoughts. So, yeah. The question that came to me was, who am I, right? What characteristic is there of me? And I am one that thinks fairly deeply. I feel deeply and I think deeply. And I'm quite self-aware. So, but those are just, when we look at ourselves and we look at our lives, and we can nitpick and we can say, well, I don't like this and I don't like that. And yes, I'm going to get my teeth done. It's going to be a few months because I'm still saving for that. But I'm also living a gentle life too. So trying not to be quite so critical about my hair sticking up or the fact that I really do need a cut. There's so many things I can criticize myself for. And I think sometimes we're really good at that. We're not as good at looking at what we do well and pointing it out, especially to ourselves. And if somebody else points it out, we feel uncomfortable, don't we? I have found that. I'm going to put my book down. I showed everybody on Instagram and Facebook yesterday the progress I'm making on my sweater. So this was in my lap. And it's coming. It is coming. So it's all hand spun, and the bulk of it is from local sheep. So I'm really, really happy about that. I was going to give up on it. This is the second time starting it. I had started a top down. I didn't like the way it was looking, so it was way too small. I took it all apart and decided to go bottom up. We'll see what happens, right? And I am still working on my new sock. So that's kind of exciting too. And the socks will almost match the sweater when I'm done. So hopefully, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And the other thing I started, just because, I'm a multi-crafter person, whew, is a dishcloth. Plain and simple. I was cleaning out something and I came across this yellow cotton. And this is the Granny's favorite dishcloth pattern. I think it's a freebie. Anyway, I'm working on that a little bit, not a whole lot. And this is what I'm spinning. This blue dyed from last week. Isn't that something, huh? Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. It's very soft. So merino, cashmere, nylon blend. It's amazing. Really, really enjoying it. Anyway, those are a few of my thoughts. I did start my mending and putting my hexagon over my t-shirt. I haven't done much with it. I'll be honest, I was hoping to have it done to show you, but that didn't happen. This weekend we're cat sitting for the tenants who are upstairs above us because they've been watching Thor when we've been away, so it's a good relationship that we have. And I hear that he made chocolate truffles, and there's a couple up there waiting for me when I go up to feed them tonight, so that's kind of exciting too. Anyway, I don't know whether I've answered the question about how I manage my life, my schedule. I do have a planner that can outline more the timeline of things, but generally it's a running to-do list. Get it done, get it done, get it done. And in between all of that, I have my self-ministry that I call it, and it's reading and fresh air and fiber work because those feed my spirit. And we all need that. So I'm hoping, I know this has been kind of a chatty little vlog today, but I'm hoping that you can find a balance for you that not only cares for your home, your work, and your spirit. Because when you get all of those three connected, then I think it's easier to find the joy and the gratitude in everything around me, everything around us. So for today, friend, I am thankful for you. Thank you for watching to the end. If you've watched to the end, put a really pretty little purple heart for me. Purple's my favorite color. So put a purple heart in the comments below if you stayed this long. But thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions about Doll Can Create or the 100-mile life, which is what I'm living and enjoying, please do ask away because it gives me ideas and I'd love to be able to answer your questions and to help you along your journey as I have been helped along mine. So for now, have a great weekend and God bless. Till next time. Bye for now.